Greetings, dear viewer. Today we are playing Jungle Shen, and our teammates were protesting it a little bit in the champion select. However, we're gonna let that not bother us today. 1-2-5, first Q, then after you use your 3 Q outbacks, you're gonna hit the Raptor again. And the reason why we go Raptor here is because... I'm gonna smite this, okay? Like, what is this invade, man? Like, I can get level 2 maybe, okay? Like, what do? I'm just going in. I'm going in, bro. I'm clearing this. We need to... Like, I was gonna go for Raptor into Blue Gromp invade, but Shaco had other ideas. I'm gonna prep my Q here, because we have Hail of Blades. If I get in range, I'm gonna E. If not, okay, auto. Look at that Hail of Blades. Okay, we got Empowered Q, so we know Shaco is coming behind, okay? Because we got the Empowered Q. Now, I lose Empowered Q, so I lose energy. Shaco is still here. I get hit by box. I'm gonna use Q again, okay? We could take the blasting cone, it's fine. I'm gonna hit this so that I get my energy back. Because if I run out of energy, I cannot play this, okay? I get a little bit of energy back. We can do blasting cone trick here, okay? Q first, so I have it prepared. Then I can go. Auto. Okay, he Qs. It's fine. I'm gonna hit this. He's gonna show. Q. Hail of Blades. Okay. And then we... Okay, and finish the clear here. I have smite as well. Huh? Okay, this is not your average jungle clear, don't worry about it. We're gonna hit the small one here to aggro the camp as soon as possible so that my pet starts damaging it. Then we are gonna use small auto attacks. One small auto attack on the small Krug so that we apply red buff on top of it. Then when we get our Q, we are gonna start hitting the big one again because we do max HP damage. This way they die at the same time and then I can clear this with my pet damage. And honestly, I could take a recall here. I'm just gonna take a recall. What is going on in the top lane? Ambes and Nar matchup. This is the most chaotic start to a Jungle Shen game ever. Look at this. 800 gold, perfect recall for a Jungle Shen. I have a special build today, okay? And it is called Kindle Gem technology. Now, there is a specific player on the European West server that is known for his unique playstyle, okay? A French player by the name of Bardinet. And this guy has been doing some weird stuff, and I'm not gonna comment on the morality of his weird playstyles, but I'm gonna comment on the fact that he plays Shen without farming, and he only builds Kindle Gems. And now this might seem completely crazy to you. Why are you building only Kindle Gems, okay? But the idea is that since ability haste has been nerfed recently, in the past 2 years, okay? Not a lot of legendary items, especially tank legendary items, give you a lot of ability haste. The most efficient way to get the stats, health, and ability haste is to just buy Kindle Gems. Because every Kindle Gem is 10 ability haste, as well as 200 HP. So there is some idea behind this. So if you think about if you run the numbers here, okay? So let's say you think of a ability haste tank legendary item. Unending Despair, it has only 10 ability haste. Abyssal Mask has 15 ability haste. Locket, 10 ability haste. Zeke's Convergence, 10 ability. I can maybe get Shaco here. Okay, I have E. Shaco's dead. I get another kill. Ahri died, unfortunately, I was not in time. Rakang is pinging for the wave, but honestly, it will take me too much time to clear that. Like, I don't really want... I'm gonna go into enemy side and just see his camp timers here. And there's potential top side gank, actually. I'm gonna move top side. This is gonna be beautiful. Is this gonna work? I need to... Okay, I'll go. I have Q prepped so that I can use Hail of Blades. So when I immediately go on the Nar, I'm gonna use... Okay, I'm gonna Q prep again. Choop. And then we're just gonna auto. This guy's... It's whatever. I get assist. How do I get assist? Did I QW on Ambessa? I don't know. I don't actually know. Did I deal damage to him? Did I hit him? That will remain a mystery. You can scroll back and tell me. So I'm not even sure what I did there. I'm just gonna clear the Krugis here. And if you look at our camp respawn timers, 1 minute on bot side Gromp. And there's also bot side Scuttle Crab coming up. So we're gonna take a recall here. And hey, 1200 gold. What's the buy, guys? You should know, okay? It's not very difficult, guys. Just another Kindle Gem. You could make the argument we go Ruby Crystal here. I'm gonna want boots so that I can move faster and make a little gank action happening, okay? So now we have 2 Kindle Gems in our inventory. Now we have a decision on our next pack. Do we want to go triple Kindle Gem? Or do we want to transition into a legendary item? And we're gonna decide that later. I have a control ward here, so I can just walk through here. I'm just gonna slow it down a bit. I'm gonna control ward another one. They have no idea I'm here, but it doesn't seem to be working. I'm gonna go directly for the... Is Shaco here, by the way? Ari gets a beautiful solo kill, so I'm just gonna hit the Scuttle Crab. And look at my... Ooh, Shaco's mid lane. I'm gonna smite that. The reason why I smite that is that so that I can start hitting Gromp immediately on its respawn. So I'm not a jungle man, right? So I'm not very good at playing jungle, okay? But I've been trying to practice jungle a little bit lately, just so I can have this autofill Shen, river Shen technology, okay? And I realized something. Like previously, I think I was holding my smite for no reason sometimes. And if you think about it, the earlier you use your smite, the more value you get from it. Because let's think about this sequence, for example, okay? So I'm clearing Scuttle Crab, right? So let's consider the choice of do I smite Scuttle Crab or not, okay? If I smite Scuttle Crab, what will happen is I will clear Scuttle Crab, let's say 3 seconds faster. Which means that I get to start Gromp 3 seconds faster. Which means I clear Gromp 3 seconds faster. Which means I go to Wolves 3 seconds faster. Which means Wolves respawn timer will also be 3 seconds lower, okay? So the earlier you use your smite in the clear, the more it affects the subsequent respawn timers. Alright? We just make a little play on the bot side here using our ultimate. It was a no-brainer. And Ambessa gets a beautiful kill in the top lane. I'm gonna clear this ward. And I could go for a mid lane gank. I'm gonna use my Oracle's lens here. Try to see if Krugis are up. Krugis are up. Is red buff up? No. So I'm gonna go for the Krugis here. And then the reason why I'm in this spot right here is so that minion wave doesn't see me. Okay? So I'm hugging the wall here so that the minion wave that's bypassing right now, and I'm gonna show. It's whatever. In theory the idea was good. I should have kited earlier because the minion wave was not there when I was actually doing the trick. I have E-Flash here so I can play this. I can go on Lulu or Aurora. Let's go Lulu first. Look, I'm not using my taunt, by the way. And then when it's guaranteed taunt, and then Rakan can follow up, it's easy, okay? It's very important there. All I do, prep Q, okay? If you're playing Hail of Blade Shen jungle, it's really important to use your Q way in advance. Look, I have Q here, which means that I can go for a big play, okay? Look, 3 empowered Qs, I can E-Flash. Bomba, 1, 2, 3, and then Q immediately. 1, 2... No, come on, give me something. Rakan. Okay. But do you see that? The idea there, it's beautiful, right? Because I have Hail of Blades, right? So we need to Q way in advance so that we have the Q stacks ready. And then when I go in, I go pa, 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 and then immediately Q afterwards, right? So then we get 6 Qs in very rapid succession. So the reason why I have not liked Hail of Blades in the past is because you actually have to adapt your playstyle a lot. Again, we're going in for gank. Hail of Blade Shen. What do? Q first, okay? Now we have Qs ready. Then we go pop. And then we taunt. Pop. Pop. Unfortunately, can't catch up there. Can't catch up. When it comes to runes for Shen jungle or river. Ooh, what is this? Okay, whatever. Just random Shaco jump scare. I wonder if he took my camps though. I'm gonna hop over here. See what's going on. Do I need to help? Okay, he took these, but I get 2. Ah, what? The other one just disappeared into the abyss. Shaco is moving, by the way. Okay, my top side is gone. It is... do I ult that? What is going on? Do I need to ult that? Oh no. I should not have ulted. My bad, bro. My bad. There was a ward here, right? No, it was just... okay, it was just the Shaco box. But hey, I get an assist. I get... okay, I didn't get a stack on my ultimate hunter because I already killed the Shaco 2 times. But now we can clear the Raptore camp. And then we can decide, do we want to recall immediately or do we want to just fly directly into our bot side, which is completely up. And I think in this situation, we can just take the plant and then we can go into our bot side because we can just clear this. Recalling here, it wouldn't speed up my clear that much because Shen doesn't gain that much benefit from, like Shen just doesn't scale in terms of jungle damage, right? Now, one thing that's really interesting, right, is you think, okay, Shen has AP ratios, right? So buying AP would make your jungle clear faster. Wrong, it doesn't. Okay, it does through pet damage. But the thing is, your Q is dealing max damage on opponents already in the jungle, without any AP, right? You can see every auto, I deal 158 magic damage. That's the maximum after magic penetrate, or like after magic resistance on these camps. Because the Q is capped per rank of Q to a specific amount on the monsters. So even if I buy more AP, it increases my max HP damage, but it doesn't increase the cap on monsters, right? So AP doesn't make my clear faster. But I still wanna buy AP, because I wanna go for maximum HP one-shot Q Hail of Blades technology build. But I will delay the AP and instead go for something that actually increases my damage. But not versus jungle monster. I mean, it does... Oh my... Why did I just watch? Bro is just yapping, by the way. Bro is just completely yapping. But we are gonna go for an Abyssal Mask at this moment in time. And then we're gonna buy a cloth armor here. Why are we doing Abyssal Mask? What's the idea here? The idea is that AP in the early game on Shen is not very good. Because it only gives you max HP damage, okay? And the enemies don't have that much HP yet. However, Abyssal Mask gives you magic damage amplification, okay? So everyone around you takes more magic damage. And this is actually more effective when the opponents are at a low magic resistance value. Which is true in the early game, right? I have an ultimate which I can do here on Rakan. And we cannot go in, and this sucks a bit. This definitely sucks. Shaco uses stealth, I'm just gonna... Okay. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. Unfortunately, I didn't keep track. Okay, I get a Q. I can go Taunty, Reno. Can I kill Smolder? Not yet. Not yet. Rakan, we make a play here. What is Shaco doing? I can go... I need to relax here a bit. I need to relax. I'm a little bit low HP here. And just farm. I'm gonna steal these minions. Yoink. Yoink. And let's do one more. Yoink. Actually, I might just be the GOAT. Look at this last hit thing. I only missed one. Even though I have no no last hit stats. I'm gonna clear this ward with Kaisa. Take that money. And can I get another one? 1, 2. Okay, it was only 2 HP. Beautiful. Can we get this dragon? I'm a little bit low HP, but it doesn't matter. We have our W, which allows us to block dragon auto attacks. Dragon auto attacks were previously spells, but I think 2.5 years ago they got changed to be auto attacks. So Shen's W blocks them. But we have insane damage here with Kaisa and my Q being now max rank, which means this is the point where I have the like fastest clear in the game when I have Q max rank, right? Because at this point my Q doesn't get any better. Look at now, we are 176 on these guys. That's the max that we can reach when they have 42 magic resistance is what the jungle camps have. So technically going Sorcerer's Shoes would increase your damage on the jungle camps because it would give you flat magic penetration, right? Abyssal Mask obviously doesn't affect jungle monsters, so I don't get amplification on that, but the magic resist is nice versus the opponents because they have the Aurora, the Shaco is doing magic damage, Lulu is doing magic damage, Smolder W is doing magic damage, so the Abyssal Mask is just really nice. It also amplifies my Kaisa damage, my Ahri damage, my Rakan damage, so it's just a very good item. I have ultimate here, I can play if they want. I'm gonna go on the Ambessa. We're gonna get a quick taunt, and then that guy's gonna die as well. I'm just stacking up assists here non-stop. The nice thing about our build, right, is we have 5 ultimate hunter stacks. We have 25 ability haste from items right now. Abyssal Mask giving me 15, Kingdom Gem giving me 10. So our ultimate cooldown is relatively low, you know, in compared to normal Shen ultimates, right? It's still the longest cooldown in the game. Or is Karthus ultimate longer? I'm pretty sure Shen ultimate is longest cooldown in the game. Anyways, I knew these things before. I might be just a little bit rushed. I can smite this, again, speeding up the clear a little bit. By smiting this one, I essentially smite both of these camps, if that makes sense. If I don't smite the blue buff, and I only smite the Gromp, then I only smite the Gromp. But if I smite both, then I smite both. Does that make sense? like in terms of like the speed at which I arrive to this... Okay, let's think about this a little bit. So the speed at which I arrive to the Herald is the same if I smite the Gromp or if I smite the blue buff. But the speed at which I kill the camp, like the blue buff, is 3 seconds or, you know, whatever, 2.5 seconds faster. However, in this case, it's opponent's blue buff. So do we care about making that respawn timer faster? Not necessarily. So there it doesn't apply as much. I think this thing... guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, this post-commentary, by the way. Did you just see what I saw? Did I honestly just take a Herald? And then just not take the Herald? I mean, is this real? We got Aurora kill. Like, I honestly just did not take the Herald. Like, I killed the Herald and I did not take it. And my ass didn't even realize when I was playing this game. That's crazy, by the way. That is crazy. I'm gonna go for the steel caps here, and then we're gonna go build towards the... Ooh, I can get the little glowing mote there as well for a little bit of extra ability haste on our ultimate. Actually matters on this champion if you get that extra ability haste. I can look for an ultimate on the Kai'Sa. We can make a big play here. She has ultimate. I have W to block. I can smite on Lulu, and then look at this damage. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I mean, it wasn't that much damage, but like, I'm Shen, you know, I'm AP Shen, so I don't deal that much damage yet. I deal max HP damage though. We're just gonna back off here. Unfortunately, again, Kai'Sa got polymorphed at the time when I ult. That same thing happened to Rakan, right? So on the time of the ultimate, they cannot, you know, go in, use their engage. I'm gonna jump over. Shaco is stealth. I'm gonna try to kill the Lulu here. I need one more auto. Couldn't get it. Shaco box stops me. Okay, beautiful. Rakan picks up the kill on the Lulu. Smolder is harassing our support a little bit. I'm gonna move towards that. I can go for the... I mean, this is a bit... Yeah, yo, relax a bit. Let's not get too crazy here. let's not get through. Okay. Shaco, you're dead, by the way. I don't know what that guy's doing, but he's dead. Aurora is here. I'm gonna need to piece. I have a little bit extra movement speed from the Aether Wisp. And I think at this point, you just go do a little full clear rotation, right? Just stop the madness in the mid lane. Go clear your jungle camps, get some HP packets from clearing the jungle camps. We do have the upgraded green smite at this moment in time, which means that we get shields every time we clear a camp. So then, because of the healing from the jungle pet, we are just basically, like, when we go into jungle, I'm taking 0 damage, I'm just regaining HP all the time. Which is kind of crazy, you know? Like, I just turned full HP. I cleared 2 camps, and you just get HP from clearing camps. This used to be not the case, by the way, in old league. Like old league, like jungle camps would actually hurt you, but these days you just get HP from clearing, which is kind of weird. I mean, obviously I'm like a full ability haste tank with shielding, and I take 0 damage. But like, for example, like when I was playing Talon jungle, right, and I realized, okay, fleet footwork is actually a good rune. And then, you know what's funny? Like, everyone was playing Talon jungle with Electrocute or Conqueror when I was playing Talon, okay? This is not a glaze, okay, it's kind of a glaze, right? And then I was testing different Talon builds, and I was like, you just go fleet, no? Because Talon... Ooh, double kill. It's a nice double taunt action. I can hit this tower. Oh, Shaco? But he used stealth already. What are you doing, man? Triple kill. We're gonna clear the tower and then back off. Anyways, as I was saying, Talon jungle, right? What do you want? Fleet footwork gives you healing on jungle camps. You have mega mobility, so you stack fleet footwork super fast. You have AD, so fleet footwork scales from AD. And it gives you movement speed, and Talon's damage scales with movement speed. Because you have W return, right? So if you W auto Q auto attack, right? Then you get fleet footwork movement speed, and you can reposition better to hit your W more efficiently. Or you can disengage, blah blah blah. You can do W, range Q, auto, fleet footwork, run away, W hits, run back, you know, all this kind of stuff, right? So I was playing fleet footwork. And turns out, after creating coachless, fleet footwork is actually optimal on Talon. Like, I was checking the stats, it's like way better in terms of win probability added than the other keystones. Obviously, Conqueror still has its place, but I think it's funny. I just think it's funny. That's all. Like I was onto something, even though I'm very bad at playing Talon, but like, I was onto something on the runes. Speaking of fleet footwork, I was gonna say on the runes that Jungle Shen can run. There's a couple of variants. I've been testing a lot, okay? You can go Hail of Blades, you can go Guardian, you can go Aftershock, you can go Grasp. I don't like, because I feel like Grasp's power is like in lane, right? So it feels like, really, like, it cannot be optimal in jungle. Like, that's how I feel. Because like, you get so much value from Grasp in lane, so how could that be the most valuable rune that you go in jungle? But Aftershock, I think there's a point to Aftershock. Guardian is a weird case. Because Guardian is like, it's really, on surface, not a really good rune, okay? It's really not. Like the stats on it are not very good. Like it's just not that big of a rune, especially for jungle. However, every time I play Guardian, I feel like I just have that little bit of extra shielding on my ultimate, which kind of makes my like champions immune, you know? Because when I ult, Guardian triggers, it's gonna protect my ally, it's gonna give them like a 200 health shield. So essentially it's just making my ultimates bigger, right? And you're using an entire keystone to do essentially what like Axiom Arcanist kinda does, in a sense. A little bit better, right? A little bit better. And somehow it works. But now that I'm thinking, why don't I just go Axiom Arcanist, right? Why don't I just go Transcendence Axiom Arcanist? What are we thinking? Axiom Arcanist. We go Transcendence for the ability haste. The third row sucks a lot in sorcery for Shen. It really sucks a lot. And you kinda want... Like, is Shield Bash worth it here? Like, we've done 600 damage on Shield Bash, we've done the same on Sudden Impact, so Sudden Impact has been cooking a lot more. And Sudden Impact's damage indicator is deflated, because Sudden Impact, if you hit a shield with it, it doesn't count the damage. Boom! 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 Did you see that? And she dies. Q flash W to block the Aurora auto attack, and then Shaker just kills my... Okay, this guy's dead. Legendary, by the way. 8-0 and 8. Looking pretty good. Now Shield Bash has out-damaged my Sudden Impact. But if they had shields, which they... I mean, Lulu Shield maybe. I could have wasted some damage on Lulu Shield, so maybe Sudden Impact damage is deflated. But anyways, my point was that if with Sudden Impact you do damage to a shield, it doesn't show up in the damage indicator, whereas on... Shield Bash, if you do damage to a shield, it will show up on the damage indicator. I'm 99% of sure of this. I at least know that Sudden Impact doesn't show up. I'm not sure if I'm not 100% sure if Shield Bash damage indicator, like in the damage tracker in the left bottom corner, if that shows damage dealt to shields. It might, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Anyways, point being, is it worth to go Revitalize secondary, or sorry, Resolve secondary? Because what we could do is we could go Axiom Arcanist and Transcendence secondary. Just get that ability haste going. What are the downsides to this approach? I've been doing Fleet Footwork. That's one of the other runes that I've been cooking up with, right? Fleet Footwork on Shen. And it's good because like the mobility is good, right? It feels nice, right? Every auto gives you a little bit of mobility. But would Phase Rush do a similar thing? It's like Phase Rush Shen jungle. What are we thinking about that? Is there benefit to running Phase Rush on Shen? Like, you taunt in, you Q, and then you can follow them up with Phase Rush, right? You're super fast afterwards. The question is, do I have enough stats, like to give up a keystone that... I don't know, but I think I might explore this idea. We could go Crypt Bloom here. But I'm gonna go for the Rift Maker. I have ultimate. Need to check what's going on. Go ult on Ambessa. Do we make a play? Ahri, what's going on in bot side? This build looking like I don't know what build this is. This is like a Volibear build. It's not even a Volibear build. What champion would build these three items? Comment in the comment section below. I'm gonna go for the dragon here. Just make it simple. Just go Q here first before reaching the dragon. Bump. Bum, only got 2 Qs, and then we're gonna Q immediately. And then we're gonna clear this, and we're gonna face plant E into the wall. That's a good one right there, xPetu. That's a classic. I'm liking the Transcendence idea though. I don't know, do I go if I go, like basically I want Ultimate Hunter when I'm playing jungle, right? But the question is, do we go Domination first, or do we go Sorcery first? So Domination, best keystone for us is Hail of Blades. I don't necessarily love Hail of Blades, because it makes my champion feel a little bit clunky. I always think that variable attack speed, that's like hard to control. Maybe it's a skill issue, right? But variable attack speed feels bad, because oftentimes I'm not getting the full value out of Hail of Blades, okay? Like I'm just kind of missing the value. And Phase Rush would give me, like, what? like the Blackfire Torch. Oh, I know what was happening, right? Like both of us are dealing pet damage to that camp, and then there's Blackfire Torch. That's why it dies so fast, right? Okay, can I get this guy on taunt? I don't think so. If we go sorcery first, we can go phase rush. Sorry, I like literally like I was supposed to comment on this game, but then I got thinking about the runes, and I'm just like, I have a pen in my hand right now. I'm just spinning the pen, and I'm just thinking like, are we cooking here with another build? I already gave up kind of on Shen jungle because like at the end of the day, Shen jungle is like really is like not that good. Like it can work, but it's really not that good. Okay. Just because every other jungler just becomes like a monster clearer, right? Like I played some Diana jungle and I was like, what is this damage that I'm doing to this jungle monsters, right? Like one passive auto that just clears like an entire camp. Meanwhile Shen is just like, a 6Q rotation, optimized to clear. I did 200 damage right there. Okay, I'm gonna go Shaco here. I think this is clone. Can I get another one? Kai'Sa is dead. Aurora did a little stealth assassination technique. I have ultimate in 10. I could take a recall, ulti back. I don't want to. I'm gonna stay. Let's see what happens. I think I mistimed that QW. I'm pretty sure Smolder Q hit me anyways. You can block it with W because on hit effect. I can ult Rakan here. I'm gonna spam ulti. Gets executed anyways because Moda. Meanwhile, Ambessa situation. And look at this Q flash. Reason why we flash is so we delay the turret auto attack so that my blade can reach me and I can get the passive here. Okay. Solid game. Thank you for watching. I will now go and think about sorcery on Shen jungle. See you later, boy.